Hello everyone, welcome back to Tesla Plays Dark Cloud 2. Sadly, this one will probably be pretty short, since in just an hour, Thundering and Lightning once again is gonna hammer us. I swear I'm getting sick of this. There's always something preventing me from easily spending a lot of time on this. It's just really irritating. Okay, so bringing him with us into an area does nothing, since he's basically there just to make bombs. And he's good at it, yes, but it's not exactly... Wait, really? You're not... Really? Alright, fine. Shouldn't take that long, so... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I forgot to take you out. Fuck. That is something that you need to remember to do, is get them the hell out of your party when you're trying to get them to refill skill points. I've had many a time. I've spent like a good 1.5 days in game only to realize I forgot to take them out of my party. And I'm like, ugh. Damn it. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, I just get annoyed at myself. But yeah, like I said, when Monica first joins, it's advisable to go back to Chapter 1 and build up her weapons a bit there, because some of the enemies here can be quite conniving, and it's good to have kind of power scaling on them, more or less. There we go. Perfect. Alright, time to give Max some more love. You know, like, he's a good character and all, I just like using Monica a bit. Now, Max does kind of get quite the advantage over her, though, and this is something I don't particularly agree with. Seal? What's up with that? This floor appears to have a red seal on it. Max has been chosen by the Red at Lemuria? You can't switch to him. Oh, well that's a bummer. Oh, sorry Max, I was gonna use you. But, the game seems to think differently. Now it says use Monica's magic. I'm not doing that. Not right now, anyway. It's a little too weak for me to effectively get away with that. Not to mention, I think a lot of these enemies resist magic anyway, so it's a bit of a tease. Oh well. I'll use them next time. Chapter 2 is not exactly what I'd call a super hard chapter either. But it is a stark upgrade over the first, which is meant to be kind of pathetically easy and is meant to be a tutorial chapter. This one, still not too bad, but the enemies can hit kind of hard if you're being careless, so don't let your guard down and you should be fine though. Don't be afraid to use healing items if you need to either. level up. Yeah, this is +5. That's a pretty good time to switch, I feel. Bastard sword. Strong double-edged sword. Okay, so this way seems like it's gonna be the most easiest path, since I need beast and scale. Okay. Get some levels on this. Yeah, these things. Yeah, fighting those things with magic, pain in the ass. They barely take any damage from it. 300 crystal, I'll take that. Power crystal again. Unbound repair powder. Oh. And 200 crystal. I do think I needed more of those, so that's nice. All right. Do not trust the weather as far as I can throw it. Battle wrench. Ah. Yeah, we're getting a lot of elements. Those are assigned to specific, well, elements that you can put onto weapons, which is very helpful. I will just say. This game's generous with a lot of stuff that it gives you. Specifically early on, you have way more options on what to put on weapons to make them better. Ow. Fuck! Well, that was irritating. There we go. Just wanted to get your attention. Magic's kind of good for that. Spinal Wrench. Yeah, I better get healed up. Because these Tauruses... Yeah... It can be a pain to deal with. Not necessarily because they hit hard, but just because it's hard to kill them. It takes quite a few hits, so... They also love to use freaking guard shit too, which I don't like. Yeah, I don't care. It's slow, but it works. Yeah, you have to hit them a bunch. And I believe that's the weapon they're the most weak to as well, so that should tell you something. Roll up. Well, we're already up to 11 of these. That's awesome. Sadly, it's another one of these assholes. I wish I had a better angle. Okay. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Yeah, remember how in Dark Cloud 1, certain enemies that are made of stone would drain your weapon durability like crazy? Yeah, the Taurus is like that too, because of its hard shell. Thankfully, weapon durability is not as big of a problem in this, so we get Water Element. But yeah, it's not as bad in this one, thankfully. Magic Crystal. Another one? Come on. Do they want me to use my magic to get metal in this? Still not quite done either. But yeah, if you really want to train up magic, then I would heavily recommend you do it in Chapter 1. Because there aren't a whole lot of enemies where that's convenient in Chapter 2. You can. I've done it before. It's just not pleasant. Because when you're... Hold on. The seal's been broken. Nice. We got some Forest Dew, and the reason that that's especially not as bad here, though, and I already forgot what I was saying. Shit, I was gonna say something important in regards to that. Well, let's talk about this. It's better to go to Chapter 1 for that, instead of being here in Chapter 2. The big problem is that enemies aren't usually too weak to magic here, and it starts pretty low level. So going back to Chapter 1 for a bit to get at some levels would probably be important. Because enemies are easier to kill in Chapter 1, and you can get experience for your Brizard. I would say this is the it's the same for Max's gun as well. But there's a reason I'm waiting to use his gun at all. You'll find out. Oh, this is a unique area. Really, just yeah, give me a little more time. Sorry about that. I sometimes have what's called spook moments. Okay, so I'm sleeping before this because it's dangerous to carry any more than this. You can only hold up to 20 of something. And currently we have 18 of them. You can go into the shop right here, though, to buy stuff. He will sell stuff from you. And these sell for 150 each. If you still up to 6, which we'll be doing a lot of, you get 900 Gilda just from doing that. In the early game, that is massive. At this point, generating bombs is almost like generating money if I'm not using them. Which I won't be for some time. Oh, they'll be useful, no doubt, but for the moment, it's not really a huge concern, though. Now, we did get the monster book. This is a very important thing to show off, because it tells you a lot about each creature you fought so far. How much each enemy gives with respect to ABS and Gilda. What their weaknesses are, but more importantly, what they're weak to in terms of weaponry. Because unlike Dark Cloud 1, each enemy has a certain weapon that's effective and ones that aren't so effective. Now, they don't exactly tell you what the icons mean, but I can describe it. There are different types of guns you can get, different types of weaponry for Max, and magic is signified by the fire there. So, bats, oddly enough, are weak to magic as well as gunfire. So anything that's long range. The Zerrat is only weak to sword, but they're kind of weak anyway, so what does it matter? Same for froggies. The clowns aren't weak to anything, but again, they're kind of weak. You also might notice that enemies have different item drops, per se. Some are rarer than others. Like the protector crystals from these are easily the rarest of the 3, and you're not likely to see it often. But Oh, never mind. Wrench is effective against them, not sword. Oh. And they don't resist magic. Okay, maybe I should have went with magic, or tried to. Because, for whatever reason, they are weak to wrench, but not sword. That feels kind of weird. And it's not something I would expect. So, lightning and smash are what you're weak to in terms of what you could put on your weapon. It's a shame. I was hoping that scale would be something you'd be weak to, since turtles are aquatic, but apparently not. There's a lot of things to consider with combat. For the most part, I usually go by primarily what weapon they're weak to, however, since attacking them with their weakness means that the weapon does double damage. And that usually means you kill them pretty quick. Unless you're using a weak weapon. Mimics are weak against certain types of guns, but not others. You can miss this entry if you don't make sure that the Flossom Balloons spawn during the Halloween boss fight, but I did get it, so... Let's see, there's one thing in particular I'm kind of curious about. Okay, effective wrench. But sword works fine too, if you can get close enough to hit them. Oy. Oh, the tortoise is what I'm thinking of. There are two different ones, I guess. One must have been in the Negron Waterway. Makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, I guess if I'm using Monica for these things, magic is gonna have to be the way to go here. Yeah, I figured sword to be effective against you. Okay, so... Bosses aren't exactly listed, but I don't really see why they would be. Anyways. Great Fish Swamps.
Hey, there they are! The whole lot of them!
Hold on, something's up.
Huh? Yeah, something weird's going on. Let's try talking to them.
Well, okay.
This is a place we're going to be seeing a lot of, at least in the early game. I ain't going back. I'm gonna live here forever and there ain't a thing you can do about it. This place is amazing. Being here gives me this incredible feeling of happiness. Ain't no way we're going back. I'm happy here. Just go away and leave me alone. I'll talk to that Furbit guy over there later. If we go over here, we see a familiar face. I know you.
Hey, isn't that Master Utan?
Sure is, actually.
You know that thing? Is it safe to go closer?
Yeah, it's alright. He's a pretty well-behaved monster. He doesn't hurt people.
In this game, anyway.
But it looks like something's wrong with him. Is he okay? What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Humans, Don't see them every day.
And then we get to hear what his voice sounds like.
Now that I think about it, there was another half-pint bumbling around earlier. This forest's starting to get nice and crowded these days.
Never mind that. You look like you're in pain. What happened?
It's pitiful, really, but I was awful hungry and somehow got my hands on the forbidden fruit. When I did, my whole body just up and froze like this, and I couldn't move.
Well, that kind of sucks. What can you tell us about this forbidden fruit?
My fault for messing with the Holy One's food. I'll bet the Holy One must be pretty ticked off right about now.
So you ate one of these, huh? It's a poison apple. No wonder you don't feel so good.
Oh shit.
Never mind. Don't worry. You'll feel better after you rest for a while.
Yeah, because apparently in their world, poison's just something you could just pass without it really bothering you much. I don't know, maybe they're considering it light poison. Like if you get stung by something. But I don't know. From what I hear about, like, food that has poisons in it, if you ingest too much of it, it can be fatal, so what do I know?
By the way, who's this Holy One?
The Holy One is a great fish who's brought happiness to this forest.
A holy fish?
Monica, maybe this has something to do with those three back there.
Aha! I think I'm starting to understand now. This Holy One must have bewitched those three somehow. I bet the Holy One is really a big fish monster.
Well then, Master Utan, where can we find this Holy One?
Didn't you see a big old swamp on your way here? They say the Holy One lives in that swamp. I haven't seen it myself yet.
Swamp, huh? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see. A big fishy monster named the Holy One that hangs out in the swamps bewitching people. This ought to be fun.
Let's go check it out.
Right. Thanks, Master Utan. You've been a big help.
Hey, don't forget to mind your manners when you're dealing with the Holy One.
Well, we're at the swamp. Not much we can do about it, though. Let's talk to this guy.
Ah, rat! Everyone's gone all weird. The fish aren't biting. What a drag.
What happened to him?
Beats me. I got separated from my tree buddies, and when I saw them again, they were like that. They won't go anywhere, you see. So I'm just killing time with a little fishing. Although, you know what? I'm pretty thirsty. You wouldn't have something to drink now, would you? Something smells good, that's for sure.
Grape juice. Must have grape juice.
Ah, this'll do nicely. Just what I wanted, thanks. Here, you can have my rod. Take some time for fishing. It'll clear your head.
Nice. Ain't me.
Come back any time if you run out of bait.
Just go fishing rod. If you go touch bait Mimi, that means you can't fish. It's done, instead there's a water protects to begin fishing. Fishing has received quite the overhaul in this game, let me tell ya. Only Max can fish, though. Monica is not interested. This seems to become a trend in real life, too. Like, I'm not saying that no women like to fish, but it is very uncommon, at least from what I've, seen. Now, the fishing rod is actually a weapon, and you can try to use it as a weapon, and I'll be doing so later. It's pretty funny. So, there were specific fishing spots before in Dark Cloud 1, and certain fish like certain types of bait. In theory, anyway. In Dark Cloud 2, though, it's nowhere near as annoying. For one thing, you can actually fish in a lot of places throughout the world, and they actually made the act of fishing, there we go, a lot easier to do. You just sit there and wait. And now there's a whole minigame based around it. It's not automatic anymore. And I love this. The fact that fishing actually feels like it's something you can engage with makes it feel more exciting. Once he gets to about 2.0 or so. Caught per slain. 42 centimeters, 34 FP. Catch fish and earn fishing points. Change FP command to fishing menu to trade fishing points for fishing rod abilities. Now, this is something a lot of people bitch about. Also, fish are actually items now, instead of just being thrown back out. We'll get more into that later, though. Yeah, instead of exchanging it for items, now you basically just power up your rod to make fishing easier. Now, a lot of people really hate this. I don't, personally. I tend to focus on a lot of attributes, except for flight. Shows how far you can cast bait. You can cast farther this way, but I never really find that to be useful. Oh, we need 100 FP, so I can't really do anything yet. But that's fine. Let's try this one. Also, the game will remember what bait you have on your rod, so if you don't use it, having speed up an emulator makes the process go a lot faster. Trust me on that. Now, day and night does play a bit more of a role in catching fish. Certain fish like to take bait certain types of the day. Oh, come on. get towards daylight out, because I think that's when fishing here show up the most. Nighttime is important later on, though. I'll get more into what that's all about. At this point, I'm going to be turning this back on normal speed so it doesn't progress as fast, because that does play a part. Maybe this bait doesn't work here. Not all bait works everywhere, but... Okay, fine. I'll take that off. I'm pretty sure this works here, though. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, you do gotta take it off to talk to people. I'm pretty sure that does work, but... There we go. Now, when it shows them going from left to right, you can sometimes reel them in faster if you're quick, while darting into that direction. It does put more pressure on the line, though, to do so, so I usually don't do it. Whoa. That's pretty impressive. Now, you do gotta be careful, because you can lose a bait if you're trying to be too reckless. But in the early areas, you really have to try to lose the fish, because they'll never be so hard to catch that you're going to be running into issues. It has to feel just right. Luck. Success in fishing depends on many things. Resilience means the line won't break as easily. Indeed. Oh, there we go. I forget what all the different things do, but I will be trying to take advantage of this while I can here. Now, if you really wanted to, and I wouldn't recommend this because it's very slow, but if you actually Do you really want to take advantage of fishing while you can here? I won't spend too much time on it like I usually do, but I really want to get a few more levels done though. Now, one thing I mentioned is that you can get bait from him and then immediately leave and go sell it somewhere, since you can sell bait for money, and you'll come back and he'll give you more. I do not recommend this, though. It is a very slow process to make money, and money isn't something you typically need a lot of early on, so it feels like a pointless endeavor. Okay, so... Yeah, as you can tell, it doesn't take near as long to get a fish to show up. Oh my god. Well, okay then. Since long sleepy-eyed, it's only see pace. Fish that cleans off moss, talk to King Marden. Now, you might notice that catching fish doesn't stack, and you will eventually run out of inventory slots, though it does take a while. Let's see. At this point, I'm going to do them in sets of 2. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably fair enough for now. I'm not going to waste too much of your people's time just watching me do this. No. But what we're really supposed to do here is... Let's see.
Why don't we try fishing it out?
Huh? Fish it out?
Well, we've got a fishing rod, we know the Holy One likes poison apples, and we've got plenty of bait. Let's give it a try. Go on now, try it.
Okay.
Yeah, we know. There's plenty of bait, but we only have like 1. So... The one swamps the take her fish. We don't want to take her fish out of the water. That would be bad. Oh boy, we're just gonna make him mad all day long. Yeah, I was wondering if I could get more. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where's my rod? Oh, there it is. That's what I wanted to do. So considering I only have 1, what happens if I put this in here? TV, stop it. So, normally, if you keep messing up with this, your bait will eventually get eaten up. But I'm guessing because this is a scripted sequence, that will never happen. Interesting. Interesting. The fuck?
What's going on here? There's a hook stuck in my beautiful lips. Is this your doing? I won't forgive this.
You're the one that made the little ones act so strangely. You must change them back.
Oh god.
Anyway, why are you here?
I already told you. I want you to change those little fur-bits back to the way they were.
Well, such a thing would be quite simple, my dears. But nothing comes for free, you know. Business is business, and everything's business.
Oh boy, this is gonna be another pain.
So what do you want us to do?
Ooh, so the little boy understands too. Listen carefully then. I won't say this again. Mwah. As everyone knows, I'm very fond of beautiful things. But here's the thing. Recently, you know, I've become a bit, well, dirty. Ooh, it's so embarrassing.
Oh my god.
But listen to this. There's a fish called the Pristine Fish that can clean up all the dirt from my body. So what I'd like you to do is go over there and catch it for me. You've got all that fishing gear, so you may as well use it, don't you think?
I already got you covered. I got plenty of them.
Do you get my drift?
A pristine fish. Okay, and when we get it, we want you to return those 3 back to normal.
Yes, I know. You don't have to tell a man twice.
What? You're a guy?
I love that that's her reaction.
I'll be waiting.
Before you do anything else, however, get your camera out. Well, wrong button. Get the camera out and take a picture of him. That counts as a scoop. And this is the only time you'll have to do so.
You caught it! Oh, excellent! This lovely pristine fish will kiss all the grime off my body and make me look stunning again. Yeah. Oh.
Right, you promised. Return those 3 to normal.
Oh yes, of course. Is this what you were after?
So now those 3 are better?
Well, why don't you go have a look? Well, please excuse me. I wish you the best.
Well, he's certainly cheerful. I'll give him that.
Let's go and look.
Whoever did the voice for him, we're having the time of their life with the role.
Right.
I mean, just what the hell? Now keep in mind, once you'll help King Martin, as he's called, then you can't do infinite fishing here anymore with the free bait. So keep that in mind. I'm just saying. But that's fine. We'll be doing more with fishing a bit later.
Hey! How is everyone?
Oh, they suddenly returned to normal. I'm so relieved I can't tell you.
What in the world have I been doing? I cannot remember a darn thing.
Last thing I remember, I was thirsty, and I drank some of that swamp water.
I can't remember anything past that either. What in the world happened to us?
You've all been under the Holy One's spell.
That explains nothing.
The Holy One? Who's that?
It's a fish monster that lives in the swamp. You guys almost ended up trapped here forever.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, what are we gonna do about Holly?
Oh, sure, we gotta look for Holly.
Hold on, guys. We should come up with a plan first. Let's go back to Sindane.
Been there for a while since we came in. We can do select escape dungeon to move on to main menu. If there are no monsters, you'll not lose any money by selecting escape dungeon. Pretty much the same as it worked in the original, just a bit more convenient. Since it's more easier to tell, it's a lot easier to tell when there's no monsters around, since they give you a special victory animation at the end, and unless the floors glitch on you, beating all the enemies isn't that hard. Here we go.
Ah, it's you! Is everyone alright? Boss!
We were gone a long time. What have you been up to? We'll tell you everything later.
What about Holly? Where is she? Where's Holly?
I am sorry, but Holly isn't anywhere.
Okay, hold it a minute. Listen, you two. Now that we've got everyone together, it's time for us to hold up our end of the deal. In return, can I ask you two to go search for Holly for us? By the look of things, I guess Holly really did find that legendary rainbow butterfly. It must be true that all those who lay eyes on it never leave the forest again. The only way to find Holly is to find the rainbow butterfly first and fall under the same spell. And then, just break the spell, of course.
Oh yeah, that sounds really easy. Okay. Know how to do that?
Rainbow butterfly, huh? I don't know. Do you really think it exists?
Alrighty, we got ourselves a deal. We'll help you guys out, and you go find Holly for us. Alright? All clear?
Okay, we'll try.
It's settled then. You better get a move on, lads.
What are they gonna do?
I have no idea.
What in the world's that noise?
What's that thing?
Okay. Okay.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. Wow! Whoa!
Jerk.
I can't believe it!
This is just amazing! What an incredible machine! How cool is that?
So instead of using the power of nature through magic, they just have a fucking giant robot that can do it. And I'm oddly okay with that.
You like that, eh? With this thing, you can make anything you want. Plant trees, build houses, whatever.
Truly amazing! Can I get on board?
Sure, by all means. This here is the control room for our pal, Carpenterian. This is the the ultimate building machine, forged from all of the technology handed down through our fervent generations. Besides houses and buildings, it can build lots of natural things too, even trees and rivers.
Yeah, because that's totally something you can do and not made up at all.
Looks like we can bring back Jurak's origin point with this.
Hey, don't forget to find Holly for us now.
Yes, we know.
What's that?
That's the reactor where you put the geostones.
Geostones?
Geostones?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yep, geostones are mysterious stones invented by the ancients. The geostones contain all the advanced knowledge of the ancient ones.
They look familiar.
Carpenterian is a revolutionary machine that uses the technology packed inside the geostones to make new things. When you put a geostone into the reactor, Carpenterian can store the data for building whatever's recorded on the geostone. That way, you can make new things. Just to warn you, even with the necessary data, some buildings can only be built on certain types of land.
Your explanation ended the help menu.
I think it's like Monica said, someone changed the forest here. But if you collect geostones hidden in the forest, you just might be able to change this place back to the way it used to be.
Sounds great. We'll do it.
Let's go then, Monica.
You bet.
We're counting on you to find Holly.
Max, look.
This is what I wanted to show off earlier, but they wouldn't let me. Oh well.
Huh?
It's a time gate. You can pass between this time and mine through this gate. You just use that stone. You're at Lemuria.
What? You mean this red stone?
That's right. It's not just a pretty rock, you know. It's got mystical powers that let you pass through time.
Well, at least we know why they were after it now. They want the power of time travel. Although since Emperor Griffin can apparently already manipulate time, makes you wonder why he even needs it. But we gotta have a plot, so let's just pretend he needs it for some reason.
And the one I've got is the blue at Lemuria.
Oh yeah, you do have one, don't you?
They each have their own powers. Red brings you to the future, and blue to the past. With the two of them, we can use this gate to move back and forth between past and future. When we get Jurak's origin point back, we can use this gate to go see him.
Hold it a minute. My father gave me this stone. Why did he have something like this?
They say an Atlamillia can pick who it wants to belong to. It must have picked your father. And then it picked you, Max.
What? Me?
If Emilia will only give their powers to those it chooses, then what was the point of trying to hide it from Flotsam? Even if he got the stone for Griffin, he probably wouldn't be able to use it. So that's kind of a plot hole there.
Anyway, the main thing now is to get Jurak back. I bet Jurak can tell us all kinds of things. About Griffin, about the rainbow butterfly.
I guess you would know.
Now we've really got to get to work. We have to get Sindane back into shape and bring back the Great Elder Jurak.
All right.
Use the time gate 100 years to the future to check. The people you never met before, find new events waiting to happen there. But first things first, right now your main priority is to bring back Jurak. To demonstrate this, lonely. Something big's missing, you know. Anyway. So, they basically taken the gimmick and the final chapter of Dark Cloud, traveling through time to help somebody, and basically made it the whole focal point of this game's plot, since every chapter is like that now. So, is the fancy stance there really necessary? I mean, it looks neat and all, but I really wonder how necessary that really is to use that Lemuria. So... we haven't gotten any geostones or anything, so we can't really do much in Sindane. Now, we did get all that fish, so let's kind of go back and show off something. However, for the most part, I would not recommend this. But you can do this if you want. You could buy a cooking stove. This is specifically used for fishing. If you have the cooking stove, you can roast it. And now to test this. Get to where an enemy is. This'll do. You can use the cooked fish to heal yourself. They don't heal for any more than a bread does, but if you have a whole bunch of fish on hand, you can just use it for free healing. But for the most part, I do not care about that. You get plenty of healing items as is, that I feel like that's pointless. I would just rather sell the fish for money. For now. Fish will have a purpose later on, but for now I'm not concerned about it. We'll be doing a lot of fishing later on. Also at this point... oh wait, never mind. I guess it's not something we can do yet. Yeah, we're almost halfway done. Now you might notice that there's a split here. I'll get into that in a bit, but it's really not anything that's really something we need to worry about. You can now fish at the Great Fish Swamp, and I will be getting into that later. It's interesting, to say the least. A lot of side hobbies in this game are actually really fun to get into. Especially compared to the first game, which was a bit more obnoxious about it. No, this one is really good.
Hey, you're back.
Master Utan, you're looking a lot better now.
Sure. I just ate something I wasn't supposed to, after all. I'm gonna be more careful from now on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
By the way, we want to ask you a favor.
Hmm?
We want to get through here. Do you think you can move that boulder for us?
Well, this seems familiar.
Oh, that? Piece of cake. Wait right here.
It would have made more sense for him to say that before he lifted it up. Doing it after just seems kind of pointless.
Wow! Master Utan, you're so strong!
How about that? Guess I still got it.
Shit.
Are you okay?
Oh boy, I've gone and sprained my back. I think I'll rest here a while. You go on ahead.
Maybe you should exercise a little more often. But thanks a lot. You really helped us out.
Backhanded compliment there, but alright. So yeah, people have theorized that Dark Cloud 2 takes place in the future of Dark Cloud 1. We don't know how far into the future, but we do know that some characters return from Dark Cloud 1, so either they're just a cameo that they decided to just put into the game, or this is a future title. Oh, when we get to a bit later into the game, I'll give my own thoughts on that, but that won't be till much later.
Right. We'll see you later.
This is a geostone? Alright, they want me to use the ride pod. Well, I haven't used it in a while, so I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so go ahead and get Max out. Oh god, no. I have to use the right button on these things? Okay, at least that worked out. Oh, it's gonna be nothing but these. Nope, wrong button. Okay, so far I've been getting pretty lucky with the hits there. Triforce. Poison Trap. Okay, I can work with that. Stamina Drink! They do the same thing as in the first game. A huge stat buff. Okay, I don't need to heal your health since you're not going to be doing any fighting anyway. Face of Brajna! Fuck you! I had enough shit from you in the last game. You guys can go to hell. Yes, I know they're not as bad in the second game. I'm aware of that, but still, fuck them. The right bot especially makes them a lot easier to deal with. Oops. It's a right bot mission, so... Or Wind Crystal. Starting to see what I mean about the right punch is making the game easier. Because even at sheer basics... Oh, fuck. Was not expecting a mimic. Man, I'm doing pretty good with this thing. Well, I got hit, but... There's a whole bunch over here, so might as well stay in the right pod. Damn. Lots of monsters in here. Now there was a chestnut. Now these things can be used to... Hold on. To heal yourself with. You don't want to do that, though, trust me. Ah, damn it. Damn it, I wish I would have brought it. Oh, whatever, I'll just use one of these, just in case. Now, either character could pick them up, the Geostones, and they have their own unique animation for doing it. I like her the best. It looks like she's caressing it. Kind of like it's an egg. And there we go. Now, we're not going to be doing much with it right now. Ooh, we get some Holy Crystal. Protector Crystal. Nine poison, oh my god. They're trying to kill us. And I guess there's nothing over here. Alright, whatever. So... Oops, there's a rock over here. But yeah, at this point, when you go into missions, you will see where it says Fish Goal. Yep, you get medals for doing fishing. However, we don't have a lot of bait right now, so that's not worth going after. But that will change eventually. So now that we have that, hello. Looks like you found some geostones. Then let's use the Carpatarian to rebuild the forest. Come along with me. Here's a little present from us. Here's some things you'll need to rebuild the forest. The Carpatarian and geostones, you can't think of without materials. But you know, your item bag looks mighty small to me. No room for anything. Now, if this was Dark Cloud 1, you'd be correct. But no, we got plenty of space. Tell you what, do me a big favor here to make that bag bigger. Just so you know, I'm not always this generous. I've been in a good mood today. 28 rolling log, sturdy cloth, glass material, sugarcane, scrap of metal, fire element, 20 water element. You have to call the Carpatarian to you. Select on the map to go and try it. Oh. Must be press select right now. This is the geostone. This was the wisdom of the ancients. Put this in the reactor, build more types of things for the Carpatarian. You can now make one house, part iron chimney, door tree, one stand, one stairs, river, first lake restored today, clear, flowing mushrooms restored. I almost forgot. Geostones so they've been fun to build things, but you don't have to develop a better future. Did you build a world? You see how it's gonna flowing with the analyze command in the Georama menu. Now in the upper menu, you'll see this thing that says pollen remaining. For things to exist, it requires a certain type of energy. We call it energy pollen. There's a limited amount of pollen you can have on the Georama field. The Carpatarian can't let you go over that limit. You remember that now? You want to know anything else? Let's be the help receiver, I'll fill you in. Now that nothing good these are to you young folks, give yourself this train thingamajiggy. I'll be the last car, spiritually show your face once in a while, okie dokie? For DT armor materials, I should be able to help. Okay then, let's get started. Are you all set? I'm not gonna do much with this until later on when we get more geostones, because right now we can't do much. I also haven't mentioned this, but past and future is where the miracle chests are at when you go to the future of the respective chapters now. With only a couple of exceptions. I'll be sure to mention them when it's relevant, though. So, how many of these places have we done? Let's see. We did this one. That one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wanted to do a specific thing towards the end of this one, but I don't have time, though. It's unfortunate, but what you gonna do? I'm not going to be doing all the photo collecting on screen, though. I'm going to be doing that off screen. Because there's a ton of photos, and it would take almost 2 complete sessions, probably, just to find all the photos in Chapter 1 that we missed. Not to mention the ones we still have to get in Chapter 2, and 3, and 4, and so on and so forth. I just don't think it's worth showing that on screen. If you want to know where they're at on your file, then you can... There are some videos online that I used back in the day where they actually show exact locations for it. I forget from who, but they are very helpful all the same. There we go. Anyways. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.